What's up, everybody? Welcome to week 3 of Books Being Sick. I'm Nick, and this might be kind of a quicker video because I don't have a lot of new stuff to share in terms of reading anyways. I'm still reading The Stand. I know in the last video I said I was hoping to be done within the week. I'm getting there. I'm at about like the 75% mark, so my goal is to read about 100 or so pages today, 100 or so pages tomorrow, and then I should be at like the 90, if not more, like 90 to 93% mark in The Stand, and then, crush it over the weekend. It is one of the best books I've ever read. It really is. I am kind of like, as I get towards the end of this book, I'm getting sort of sad. This is not the copy I'm reading because it's too nice, but this is the copy I like showing just because it's so pretty. I'm getting kind of like bummed out as we get towards the end here because The Stand is kind of the last, I say big, but just in terms of, popularity, generally speaking, when you see people make top 10 lists of Stephen King books, I've read them all by and large, except for The Stand. I was kind of saving The Stand for the end because The Stand is always towards the top of everybody's list, if not number one. I think it's probably most often number one in most people's top 10 Stephen King lists, and so I've been saving it and saving it and saving it. And as I get towards the end of it, I'm kind of like, oh man, like we did it. It's kind of a nice feeling, but also a bummer of a feeling. But what a friggin' book, honestly. Like the characters, I kind of find this for most of my favorite books, you know what I mean? There's the plot, there's the storyline, there's the, if someone says, hey, what's that book about? I would say, oh, it's about this, super flu that wipes out 99% of the population. And then these people need to, survive and blah, blah, blah. But really, yeah, sure. That's kind of like what the book is about. But the characters are what make this book and all of my favorite books what they are. You know what I mean? The dynamics between these characters, the spider web that Stephen King creates between... There's a lot of characters in this book, by the way. There's a ton. And how he's able to intertwine all their storylines and have them all kind of come together and make sense and keep you engaged is it's insane. You know what I mean? He's a master. So, anyway, that's where I'm at. And I was also going to note, too, some people have said in the past, what I'm saying, like, oh, I'm going to read like 100 pages today, 100, blah, 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 get to like 90%. A lot of people would be like, oh, just like read for the enjoyment of reading. Like, why do you gotta like set goals like that for yourself? Which I understand. I totally understand. But, for me, I've found that I actually really need to have goals and I need to have kind of a plan for my reading, or it just doesn't really happen, or I need something to, like, I need goals. I need goals for my reading, or I just get sidetracked and lost in it all. So, that's not going to be for everybody, but for me, I really get enjoyment out of being like, okay, I'm going to crush 100 pages today. And then when I do, the feeling is like, yeah, it's just like a really good feeling. And, yeah, it's how I enjoy reading. I just like it. You know what I mean? Whatever. So I was just gonna say, so yeah, The Stand, incredible. I'm trying to think of like other Stephen King, but like, what am I gonna read next? It's kind of tough because who knows? I think the next big one that I have not read yet is The Green Mile. The Green Mile just show up on a lot of top 10 lists, and I'm really excited to read The Green Mile. I found I'll actually pull it out here one sec. I found the 6. The kind of 6 separated books here because they were kind of released in short stories, and so I found this in Buffalo. I don't know if that's gonna focus, and I'm excited to kind of read it like that, like one kind of short book at a time. I don't know if I'm gonna like read one short one, then read a book, then read another one, or if I'll just read all 6 back to back. But I think that's pretty cool. I don't know. I'm feeling like that might be the next Stephen King book that I read. That may be The Dead Zone. I really want to read The Dead Zone, and I really want to read Under the Dome and Bag of Bones. There's a lot of Stephen King books that I want to read. I'll probably make another video on like all the Stephen King books that I intend to read this year. I'm excited to get into not like the B-sides, but like kind of just kind of deeper cuts in the Stephen King catalog. So yeah, that's it's gonna be pretty exciting. That's kind of where I'm at. And so moving along from the stand, that went on longer than I intended. We are going to. I'm going to show you. I went to Valley Village the other day, and I like thrifting. I like doing all that kind of stuff. I love thrifting books and VHSs specifically. Like VHSs, I've got my camera right now is on a VHS combo TV. Like the 13-inch TV with the VCR kind of attached to it. And I love it. I watch this thing every day while like I'm a photographer for a living. So when I'm sitting here doing my editing and my work, I'll have like a VHS on. So I've got like a whole shelf of VHSs back here, and I like it because the main reason I like it is like the nostalgia feelings of it, but I also really like that. If I used to have my computer here, like my laptop, and I would like try to throw something on, but just with Netflix and all these other streaming services, there's like 4 billion things to choose from, and I could just never settle on one. Whereas with VHS, I've got my shelf. It's limited. I just go there and I'm just like physically like, okay, this one, pop it in, you're done. Feels great. I don't know. It's just kind of a nice feeling watching a VHS movie. I love it. So anytime I'm thrifting, I'm looking for VHSs. I only got 2 at my most recent thrift, which was yesterday. Kind of a bummer. The prices have gone up. Actually also found this really cool mass market paperback of not the stand of Different Seasons by Stephen King, which has Stand By Me in it, and it had like this really cool vintage like Stand By Me poster that's like the blue kind of sunset with the 4 boys kind of like on the hill, kind of like the silhouettes. It was really great, and I was like, this is sick. It's totally beat up, but I have not seen this. But it was $4.99. I was like, $4.99 for a mass market paperback that's beat up is insane. I couldn't justify it. I didn't buy it because honestly, those I think were $2.99 the last time I was there. I think the prices have gone up, and mass market paperbacks in general, usually you're finding those brand new and crisp for like $9 or $10, right? So I don't know. I was like, this is crazy. So I put it back. And the VHSs have also gone up. That I believe they were $1.99. Now they're $2.99. You know what I mean? Man, economy and stuff. Okay, anyway. So I picked up the sealed copy of Breakfast at Tiffany's. This is one of my wife's favorite movies. I gotta be honest. I love Audrey Hepburn, but I've only ever really seen this movie in passing. I've never actually really sat down to watch it, which is weird because I've seen almost everything, but this one is just one I've, again, only seen in passing. So I'm looking forward to watching that and seeing what's going on. And we also got Mystic Pizza with Julia Roberts. That's just kind of like a fun, nostalgic movie that I enjoy that is good for a VHS viewing, for sure. I recommend only watching that on VHS. Those are my 2 pickups. I don't know. I could like make another video on my other VHSs if that is interesting to you guys, but I don't know if that's really for everybody. That might just be me. So I've only got one other thing that I wanted to show you, and then we can wrap this one up. It is the coolest thing ever. It's I'll go get it. Hold on one sec. So this is a gift that a couple whose wedding I shot dropped off to me like on my porch yesterday, and it's the coolest thing ever. I'm gonna probably have to cut away to some close-ups of it so you get a good idea of what we're looking at here. But this is a image painting, graphic of all of Stephen King's books from beginning to end, starting with Carrie, ending with You Like It Darker, which isn't even out yet. And this is just like my favorite thing that I've ever gotten. I don't know where to put it. I got to put it somewhere. Kind of where I can just look at it constantly because I just love looking at this thing. And when I got this, I was kind of reminded of how insane Stephen King's intro to his writing career was. Like, we're starting with Carrie, everybody knows Carrie. Then we go into Salem's Lot. Everybody knows and loves Salem's Lot. Then we go into The Shining. Like, that's your 1, 2, 3. That's your intro into writing. Carrie, Salem's Lot, and The Shining. And then after that, we go to Night Shift, which, Night Shift. And then after that, The Stand. The 5 books he starts with, you got Carrie, Salem's Lot, The Shining, and The Stand. That is like, someone give me a better, like, more impressive career start to writing, because that is, to me, a crazy, crazy beginning. Yeah, and then it's just got everything in between, and I I just love this, you know. I absolutely love this. It's the coolest thing. This is by page 28. I'll try to link them below in my comments because if you want to check this out. I think she also does other like authors and other book series too. But this is the best one, obviously. So, yeah. Huge thank you for that. So I think that's pretty much it. Oh, you know what I also wanted to note? If you are writing and you're into writing and you're kind of like you've got aspirations of writing a book and you kind of like looking at master classes or reading tips or like Stephen King's On Writing or whatever, Frederick Bachman, who is the author of Beartown and the Beartown series and A Man Called Ove and all that stuff, on his Instagram, he actually shares writing tips, like really well thought out, couple paragraph long writing tips. I think he's at like 20, 30, or 40. I can't even remember. But all of them, they are all so good. The writing tips he shares are like really meaningful and really impactful to me. Every time I read one of his tips, I'm like, oh my gosh, yeah, that does make sense. So if you are kind of like in writing mode and you need some like inspiration, check out Frederick Bachman's Instagram. He's got some really great helpful stuff on there. And that is all I've got to say for week 3 of Books Being Sick. Thanks for watching, and we are going to go away now. Bye.